wonder what it feels like to wake up amongst the clouds? We got to experience exactly that at Sky, 3,000 feet above sea level, nestled in the stunning mountains of Chiang Mai, Thailand. In this video, we'll share everything you need to know about this unforgettable experience. From why we chose Sky, the best time to visit, must-do activities, food and drinks that you just can't miss, how to book your stay, and of course, the cost of making this dream a reality.
Let's start with why we chose Sky. We've always had a bucket list item to wake up above the clouds, a moment where you feel like you're in a dream. We wanted a place that not only offered breathtaking views, but also delivered ultimate relaxation. A dash of excitement for adventure lovers, and a menu that would satisfy our inner foodies. Sky checked all those boxes and more.
Let's rewind to the beginning. Our journey started with the convenient 1.5-hour flight from Bangkok to Chiang Mai's International Airport. We had booked this flight before arriving in Thailand, and we'll share the cost with you at the end of this video.
We had arranged for a private car to pick us up since Sky is in the mountains of Chiang Mai and not usually found on rideshare apps like Grab. Using a local taxi was an option, but it would have been far too expensive. The trip took about 2 hours. We would suggest getting these inhalers since they are a few sharp turns on the road that can make you nauseous. You can find them at any local convenience store or 7-Elevens.
We finally arrived at Sky. Check-in time is usually around 2 p.m. To get to the domes, we walked on these cutout logs, which was both scary and exciting since we were on a mountain. Proper footwear was definitely a must. We took a few minutes to explore the area. There's a common space where we could order food, snacks, drinks, perfect for relaxing and soaking in the views.
Then we made our way through the trails to our dome. We booked the luxury dome, which was the farthest away, but the walk was absolutely worth it. The stairs were well built, but there were no handrails, so we took our time. We even had our own private entrance, which made the experience feel even more special.
After climbing a few more stairs, we finally arrived at our bubble dome. Standing there, the realization hit us. We were truly on top of a mountain. As we stepped in, we were greeted with the sweetest surprise. Our bed was decorated with a happy birthday message and a heart made from fresh rose petals. It was such a thoughtful and beautiful touch, making this moment feel even more magical.
After settling in, we got dressed and headed straight to the bubble bath. They provided everything we needed: bath bubbles, soap, and plenty of towels. As you can tell from Melanie's smile, even making the bubbles was part of the fun. While the tub filled, we couldn't resist taking the opportunity for a quick photo op, because how could we not? The combination of rose petals, bubbles, and the stunning mountain views was too perfect to pass up.
I mean, where else can you experience a jacuzzi bath like this? Surrounded by rose petals, soaking in warm bubbles, and fully immersed in nature's beauty? This was truly an incredible and unforgettable experience, one that will stay with us forever.
Then we got dressed for a sunset dinner. Sky brought the food right to our dome and laid out the table beautifully. But the cooking was all up to us, or mostly me. It added a fun and personal touch to the evening, making it feel like our little own adventure in the mountains. We were provided with a hotpot setup and a grill for our meats and veggies. Cooking on a mountain top was a unique, unforgettable experience. The fresh air, incredible views, and the fun of preparing our meal made it even more memorable.
After all that cooking, we finally sat down for the best part: eating. The hot pot was bubbling, the grill was still going, and the smell of all the food we just made was honestly incredible. We had an amazing assortment of pork, 3 different cuts in total. The variety made it so much fun to grill and experiment with different flavors. We had about 35 pieces, which is more than enough for a hearty meal. If pork isn't your thing, don't worry. You can talk to them about customizing your choices of meat to fit your preferences. They're super accommodating and happy to make sure you have exactly what you'll enjoy.
We also had 2 large eggs and a colorful assortment of veggies to choose from, including cuts of corn, fresh lettuce, chunks of pumpkin, wild wood mushrooms, enoki mushrooms, and slices of carrots. Tofu was also part of the spread, along with glass noodles for the hot pot and freshly cut aromatics like garlic, red chilies, and green chilies. We also had some amazing sauce for grilling the meats. It's definitely a must try. And of course, there was some comforting hot pot soup and a refreshing bottle of sparkling water to complete the experience.
Once we ate, some of us, no names mentioned, were happier to take photos with me. Just look at those views. The orange rays of the setting sun casting a magical glow over everything, making the moment feel straight out of a dream.
The dome at night was so cozy, with just the right ambience created by the soft lights and the perfect temperature. But that was just the beginning. As you can imagine, stargazing from the mountaintops of Chiang Mai was incredible. I don't think we've ever seen that many shooting stars in a single night before. It was truly magical and something we'll never forget.
Then came the morning. Waking up in the clouds, quite literally. It was absolutely breathtaking. We were both in complete awe, almost shell-shocked. It felt surreal, like we couldn't believe we were actually there, standing as the clouds gently took form and wrapped around our bodies. It was a moment straight out of a dream. We felt so blessed, lucky, and humbled to have experienced this. Honestly, we just couldn't get over it. We tried to capture it on camera, but it's hard to explain. It's not snow, and it's not fog. It's literally the particles of the clouds moving past our bodies, and it was pure magic. A moment etched in our minds forever.
After that, we got ready for breakfast, which was carefully prepared and brought to us by the kind and attentive staff at Sky. They laid everything out beautifully, making it feel so special and personalized. We had fluffy and delicious scrambled eggs, savory pork sausages, comforting and warm rice paw, golden toast with sweet orange marmalade, crisp and juicy sliced apples, a refreshing salad with tangy cream dressing, bold and aromatic coffee, and freshly squeezed juice.
We couldn't resist the photo op. We just had to capture the moment. And oh, let's just say, some of us are definitely happier to pose for photos after a good meal. Here, we managed to capture some incredible videos and photos of the clouds as they fully formed and rolled gracefully through the mountains. They were fluffy and pure white, like giant cotton balls, drifting effortlessly. It almost made you want to reach out and jump on them, as if they were soft, pillowy blankets stretching across the peaks.
Then we headed to the Skynet, literally a net suspended off the mountain. It was equal parts thrilling and nerve-wracking, because one wrong move and well, we'll be rolling off the mountain. But we decided to make the most of it and turned it into a cozy daybed. We grabbed the covers and the pillows from the dome, spread them out on the net, and sprinkled it with our fresh rose petals. Then we both jumped on for a chat about the clouds. I mean, the beauty of this place was absolutely breathtaking. It's one of those moments that stays with you forever.
I wanted to try the sky swing, so that's where we headed next. To get there, we had to walk along narrow paths that hugged the side of the mountain, which added to the thrill of this experience. It's definitely not for anyone with a fear of heights. Looking down might make your heart race. The paths were a bit uneven, so good footwear was a must to stay steady. But the excitement of knowing what was waiting for us at the end made every step worth it. And then liftoff. I went swinging straight into the clouds and off the mountain top. Here's how it worked. I got on the swing and one of the staff gave me a big push. The swing soared high, gliding 3 times before he caught it on the return. I couldn't get enough. I went multiple times because it was just that fun. Again, no names mentioned, but some of us were too scared to try the swing.
Then we walked back to the dome for a final walkthrough and to say goodbye to this incredible place. But before we go, this is how much the trip cost us. First, let's talk about our flights from Bangkok. We paid 380 Canadian dollars for both of us on return flights. That's about 265 USD or 9,100 Thai baht. For the private car, we paid 130 Canadian for a round trip. This included pickup from the airport and the option to either return to the airport or head into Chiang Mai city. One night at Four Sky in the luxury dome cost us 370 Canadian dollars. This was the only dome with a jacuzzi available when we booked. So if you want to have this experience, you'll need to book early since they go fast. We actually booked 6 months in advance to secure our spot. Finally, miscellaneous costs came to about 50 Canadian dollars. This included airport food, coffee, and a herbal inhaler which we mentioned earlier, and insect repellent. Although, to be fair, Four Sky was thoughtful enough to provide insect repellent in our dome, which was a nice touch. Our grand total came to about 930 Canadian dollars for this totally awesome and unforgettable experience. However, we did stay in Chiang Mai for a few additional days, which you can check out in our other videos. So the cost of the plane tickets, private car, and some miscellaneous activities could easily be divided across those days too, making it even more budget friendly overall.
And off we go! Thank you so much for watching. We hope this video was valuable and gave you some great inspiration for your own adventures. Join us in our next adventure as we head to Krabi in the south of Thailand, where we had some incredible experiences at Hong Island, enjoyed the most amazing infinity pools with breathtaking views from our hotel, and of course, indulged in lots of delicious food. See you in the next one!